Thank you and good afternoon. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports Report, Tuesday, March 5th, 2024. The Kansas Jayhawks will play the Kansas State Wildcats in the Sunflower Showdown. Let's get a little deeper into that. The Cats need to win at least two, in my opinion, to get in the tournament, and it will be the last two, and then they would need to win to get them to 500 and also win a Big 12 game. So the Wildcats need to win the last two games. It seems slim picking for the Cats. Wednesday, Thursday. I don't think the Cats are going to win their last two, nor do I think they'll win one of their last two. So they may be going in and have to make the championship game to get into the tournament. Of course, as I said, if they win the Big 12 tournament, they'll be in. 7-10 and about a 20% chance to reach the tournament. Players to watch out for the Jayhawks. Kansas State looks for revenge after dropping this game to K-State. But partly Kansas has been inconsistent at 9-7 in conference play, including their last loss at Allen Fieldhouse and this weekend. Their first game loss came in 19 games to KU. Lost their first game in 19 games at Allen Fieldhouse to BYU last Tuesday. And on Saturday, Baylor on the road. Game will be played at Allen Fieldhouse. Players to watch out for the Cats. Tyler Perry, Arthur Kumala, who has struggled on the last game Saturday. Cam Carter, who has struggled lately. For the Hawks, it will be Hunter Dickerson. It is favored by 10.5 in order for them to do that. Juwan Harris will need to help out again. He's been better. Kevin McCullough leads the Hawks in scoring. He's back for a second game in a row as he's experienced injury problems for a while now, and hopefully he won't experience them again. Game time from Allen Fieldhouse is at 8 o'clock. And tonight, the winless Missouri Tigers will play Auburn. This is going to be a rough one for the Tigers as still in conference play. They haven't won a game yet, 0-15 against number 13 Auburn. Mizzou to host. Auburn is favored by 11.5. That's basketball. Today we're going to discuss dogs and seizures and how they help people with seizures. Dog Part 4. Organizations support dogs, training dogs, support with specific needs of epilepsy. Seizures alert dogs are specially trained to warn their own before a seizure starts, so they can help move somewhere safe. Training with seizures alerts dogs can be sensitive. Epilepsy is a chronic disease that can manage. In most cases, the goal of treatment is to decrease the frequency and severity of seizures. Unacceptable side effects. Usually, it's not possible to stop the seizure altogether. Seizures. This dog is trained to perform my specific behaviors during after a seizure. This might include barking, alerting family members when someone is having a seizure, or activating a call system. Other dogs may learn to lie next to a person having a seizure to comfort them and protect them. What is a seizure? A seizure are one of the most frequently reported neurological conditions. What causes a seizure? The seizure causes the most common cause of, according to Mayo Hospital in Minnesota, a seizure is suddenly uncontrollable to electrical activities. It causes change in behaviors and movements, feelings, levels of consciousness, having two or more seizures at least 24 hours apart. Don't have a known cause is considered to be epilepsy. There are many types of seizures. They have ranged from symptom severity, seizures, types of variable seizures where they begin in the brain, how far they spread out. Most seizures last from 30 seconds to 2 minutes. A seizure lasts longer than 5 minutes is a medical emergency. Seizures can happen after strokes, head injuries. They also may cause infection, some meningitis or other illnesses. Many types of, though the cause is unknown. Most seizures can be controlled by medicine. Managing seizures can affect your daily life. You can work with a health professional to balance the seizures and control and medicine side effects. My experience with this is I used to have a friend named Rachel. We're going to call her. Rachel Jess John Doe. She would have a seizure really bad and I couldn't stop it. She had one.
And in some cases, this can prove life-saving. It might give people time to take medication that could prevent or reduce the severity of a seizure, or move somewhere safer where an injury is less likely to occur. Incredible, yes, but proven? Not until French researchers teamed up with Medical Mutts, a US-based organization that trains seizure alert dogs. That marker, they believed, was a scent that dogs can detect. So in 2018, they set up an experiment. First, they collected dozens of samples of breath and sweat from people with different forms of epilepsy. Some of them were taken during or right after a seizure, while others were collected after exercise or at rest. Then they distributed them among 7 different steel containers in this room. Finally, they let in the dogs. One by one, Casey, Dodger, Lana, Zoe, and Rue walked into the room. They were trained to stop and stand still if they think they detected the scent of a seizure. And if they were right, they got a treat. Good dog. To the researchers' excitement, the canines excelled. 3 of the dogs, Casey, Dodger, and Zoe, sniffed out the odor associated with seizure with 100% accuracy. The 2 other pups, Lana and Rue, who had less time to train, weren't quite as accurate, but they still correctly identified 2/3 of the seizure samples on their first try. What makes these results even more remarkable is that the scent samples were from different people and also produced by different kinds of seizures. And what exactly is that marker made of? Here's the thing, we still don't know. It's likely that seizures trigger a change in the body's electrical activity, the researchers say. And those changes can affect the composition of odor molecules that we emit through our sweat, breath, and likely urine. Now, whether people emit these odors before a seizure in time to reduce its worst effects is still in question. And it's not something that the researchers tested. But some experts claim that people emit a specific group of odor chemicals 15 to 45 minutes prior to seizing, which dogs can detect. So what exactly makes canines such smell superstars? It's their incredible noses. With as many as 300 million olfactory receptors, a dog's nose is up to 100,000 times stronger than our own. That means that they can detect a few scent molecules among trillions of them. Scientists are now trying to build electronic noses that are just as powerful. The idea is that they too could be used to sniff out diseases. But for now, e-noses are nowhere near as good as dogs. And in some ways,
this is also known as operant conditioning - positive reinforcement. This can include for dogs treats, praise, petting, or their favorite toy, game. Since most dogs are highly food motivated, food treats work especially well for dog training. For example, my dog Bo will use his paw to shake my hand if I give him a treat. A treat should be enticing and irresistible to your pet to experience a bit to see which treat works best. That's Sam Vaughn Mental Health Day, podcast 2 of Tuesday, March 5th.